Hey, what's up, guys? This is David Labby with Big Man Fitness, and today is day April 14th, 2017. And it's day 41 of my ketogenic experiment. There we go. And I had a bit of a failure yesterday. Yeah, it's I did not fulfill my entire exercise routine, and I'm not upset about it because I have been considering taking a second rest day in the week because I'm exercising every point of my body. Um, let me phrase that better. Because I'm exercising every major muscle group in my body, I'm not allowing for enough recovery time in between. Usually, you would have most bodybuilders have like a week in between, or they're because they're working out different muscle groups or they're targeting specific muscle groups. I'm hitting all the major muscle groups and uh, doing high repetition sets and and I'm up to just about 4 or 5 sets now. Today is actually going to be my first day. I've been doing increased reps for certain sets. So the first set is the largest set, and then I just scale down from there because you're pretty much going to hypertrophy anyway. I go until failure, and I'm pretty much at failure at 20 reps now. I could do 20 push-ups, which is pretty awesome. Then again, I'm just about 305 pounds, 303. I haven't weighed myself since the last time. So I'm wondering where I'm going to be at the end of the week. I'm wondering where I'm going to be on Sunday. Sunday's Easter Sunday. It's also my father-in-law's birthday, so we're going to be with my wife's family for the entire day. I love her family. They're awesome. I just know that there's going to be a ton of food. her mom her mom is a gourmet chef. Self-taught, has been cooking for years. It's been her hobby, and man, the temptation is crazy. But she also knows that I'm on a diet, and she loves me, so she's been trying to take care of me. She's been catering to my diet, and she's not she usually does lamb on Easter, so she's cooking lamb and pork, but I'm actually allowing myself a little bit of lamb on Sunday. And as I said, I don't restrict myself too much on Sundays. That's my bulk day, so it's what I consider a bulking day. Because I just increased to about 3,000 to 3,500 calories, which, considering my size, it isn't really that much. But the reason why I do it is to continue speeding up my metabolism, and because if you stay at a caloric deficit for a long duration of time, I'm usually between 1,500 to 2,000 calories a day. And then I am incorporating a cleansing day on Saturdays, which is tomorrow. So tomorrow's going to be a cleansing day as well. What the heck am I thinking, man? This experiment is kind of intense, but that's what part of this experiment is doing, is figuring out what is good for you, what is bad for you, what can you push through. Yesterday was a day that I needed to take a break because I pushed through on Wednesday, and then I was considering, holy crap, do I really need to, what do I need to do in order to make this work? And, you know, um, in consideration with all the science behind it, having 2 rest days a week, if you're doing full body workouts, is beneficial to the body. but I still did other things, such as I went for a walk. I did some yoga, which was great. It was fantastic. That did help out. And I actually felt really good this morning. I felt so much better. I felt re-energized. And I think that really does that tells me that maybe this is something that I should be doing, especially now that I'm getting into a higher repetition area. I mean, what the heck am I gonna do when I'm at 100? 100 reps for everything. 100 rep for each exercise. I try and split them up into 20 and 10 repetition. So first set is 20. Every other set beyond that is 10. Except for now, I'm going to be trying to go for 20, 15, and then 10 and 5. So that's I think that'll work, because this is building endurance. This is splitting the cellular walls. This is getting micro tears in the muscle, microfibril tears. There we go. Thank you. In the muscle tissue. Oh man. So as you can see, I'm getting like a little alfalfa thing. I haven't showered yet. I'm just getting out of bed. I just wanted to make this video real quick. As you can see, I've lost a lot of weight, and I'm now down on the 4th notch on my belt. Pretty cool, guys. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about what I'm really excited about is the next phase, because the next phase is my bulking phase, and I really want to jump into that, because muscle building, heavy weights, when it comes to this endurance stuff, and I want to say endurance crap, but it's not crap. It's actually good for you. And I know it's good for you. It just sucks for me because I fatigue. I shouldn't say fatigue. I usually create a lot of lactic acid, and I know that because I get a lot of cramping. But also, I was very undernourished when it came to magnesium and everything. But I would really get a lot of a ton of lactic acid, and I would cramp up very easily for long duration. And then once my muscles finally got warmed up, it would be a little bit easier. But as long as I stay hydrated and everything, I'm usually good. But I am prone to cramping on certain aspects, especially my hamstrings. I am very prone to cramping. But that's what I'm working on. I'm working on stretching. I'm working on hydration. I'm working on nutrition, and I'm working on endurance right now. Those aren't my primary focuses, but those are the things that are incorporated into this plan because I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to work every muscle group, because the more that you get more blood flow into your circulatory system and through your capillaries and into your fat systems, into your skin and everything, the faster that you can lose weight. So you need to stay high saturation of nutrition to keep nutrients running to your body, so that way you're not just peeing them out. And the next is making sure that you're keeping high in water, so that way you are flushing out your system. So it's kind of like keeping an even level, because I noticed that if I'm hydrating and I'm not eating, the right foods, and because I am supplementing, I'm taking multivitamins. I'm not taking protein powders anymore. I'm not taking that vegetarian protein powder because now I'm eating meat. I am completely chemical free. I'm not eating anything other than The only thing that like I have some questions about is what goes into my food when I'm eating out, because I've eaten out 3 times now altogether, and I've had salmon each time. I've had salmon. As a matter of fact, one of the restaurants that I go to, I used to work there a long time ago, and they're like gluten free and low carb friendly, so which I found really awesome. I thought that was like really great, because they serve cauliflower mash, vegetables, steamed vegetables. So I had cauliflower mash for the first time in a long time because I wasn't making it myself. I don't have a food processor. I do have a blender. Thank you. Word of the day: blender. Wow. No coffee yet, guys. So please bear with me. So they're low carb friendly. I ended up having the salmon. Salmon was great. It was grilled salmon, so I was really happy about that. But sometimes I wonder what goes into some of the seasonings. And they gave me a little piece of salad on the side. It was just a little, not even a cup's worth, not even a half a cup's worth. It was just a couple of sprigs of arugula with some sort of vinaigrette dressing on it. And I ate it without thinking. I was just like, oh, salad. And then afterwards, I was just like, shit. Excuse my language, guys, but I was like, did that have sugar in it? Sometimes some restaurants they either make their own vinaigrettes or they buy them, and I know that they usually buy most of their vinaigrettes. They usually buy most of their dressings, but some of the vinaigrettes they do make themselves. And I had left. It wasn't until after I left and thought about it, and I was like, so I wasn't able to ask that question, but it would have been less than a teaspoon of the stuff. I'm talking about like, a few fingers worth of lettuce, of arugula, which is very leafy, greens and reds. And it was just like some sort of small little bit of spring mix or something like that. And a couple of drops, literally a couple of drops of this dressing on there. So it would not have been equivalent to a teaspoon. But I've been so strict and so good, it makes me, it makes me wonder, did I actually eat anything that I shouldn't have? But when it comes to vinaigrettes, I'm not going to be too strict on myself. I went out to eat. I did good. And that's a part of this experiment, is being able to live a normal lifestyle and incorporate this. This is not maintainable, and I know that. I know that this is definitely not maintainable, so my point is, how strict can I be for 13 weeks? And I'm getting so many comments from some of you guys and so many emails saying, what the heck are you doing? So many comments on Facebook, like, that's nothing, like, oh my goodness, you had salad, and I'm just like, but you don't understand. you don't understand. I've been working so hard. And then I kind of got hard on myself yesterday, and I was just like, I need to exercise. And then I was just like, no, David, you need to let your body rest. Honestly, you can get caught up in the trap of going too hard for too long. The last thing I want is to destroy my body before I even build it. You want to destroy it in a constructive way. Because breaking down to build back up is a part of all this, and that's a huge part of all this, and it's very important to remember that. But also, allowing your body to rebuild is extremely important as well. When you take an extra rest day, right, during the week, and I'm not talking about, I do not recommend doing 2 rest days in a row. I recommend splitting it up. So I do a 2-day, 3-day split, where I do 2 days rest, 3 days rest. So right now I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm going to be working out. And then Thursday, I'm going to be taking a rest day. Friday, Saturday, workout. Sunday, rest day. So Sunday and Thursdays are going to be my rest days. But you don't understand. Think about this for a second. Just really, really think about this. When you end on Wednesday, right? So I'm just giving this for an example. You end on Wednesday. You have 2 full sleep cycles to allow your body to recuperate. It's a full recuperation day. You have 2 full sleep cycles. So you go to sleep Wednesday night and you go to sleep Thursday night. So Thursday, let's say you do a little bit of yoga or something like that, or you do some stretching and you go for a walk. You might do a little bit of light cardio for a minute or two or something, for a few minutes or something like that. Nothing extraneous. Nothing crazy. Just a little bit of something. And that's all I did yesterday. And I was just like, and I started to feel guilty, and I started to really get in my own head, and I was like, man, David, you really need to exercise. This is your experiment. You're doing 13 weeks. Come on, you could do this. And I was just like, wait a minute. Stop, David. You need to rest. You need to let your body recuperate. And it's really hard for me. I'm still, even right now, trying to fight that. Because I'm just like, oh God, I should have exercised. But I made that choice yesterday. I had the time. I made that choice to recuperate, recovery, right? I'm a type A personality. I'm actually a mix of type A and type B personality because I can be very overbearing sometimes, and I get caught up in things, and I, work. You don't rest, you don't eat, you don't do anything, I can get caught up very easily, and I take something and I run with it. Let's just be honest about it, and I know that. But I can take a step back, and I think that's one of my strengths, is that sometimes I do have to understand to take a step back. And I'm happy about that. I think, because it was also something that my wife said to me. She came to me and she was just like, David, I'm worried. You exercise and you keep on increasing. She's like, I understand you're only increasing by 1 rep every day, but I'm worried about you. You've been telling me that you were lethargic the other day, and she's like, usually the last time that you did this diet, because she was with me about a year ago when I started ketosis, and I fell off within a month. But for that full month, I was doing ketosis, and I was like a bunny, an Energizer bunny. It's crazy. Now my body has to recuperate. And I'm like, God, what the heck? My wife's coming to me and she's telling me you need to rest, and I'm worried about you. It told me that I needed to rest. So it made me reflect, and it made me take that day. And literally, sometimes I'm actually kind of wondering if it took more energy to not exercise, because I was doing yoga, and I saw my wife roll her eyes at me a little bit, but she wasn't mad at me. She was just like, well, you're doing something, okay, but I was still not doing my full set, my full routine. And I went for a walk. I hung out with some friends for a little bit. I went out to the movies with my wife last night, which was wonderful. I was making a video yesterday, and I ended up deleting it because I was like halfway through, and I just wasn't feeling the video. I want to provide value for you guys, and it's extremely important for me to provide value for you guys. So recovery days. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think, because I think that this experiment is going well. It's not 100% exactly as I planned, but I'm 99% there. And that makes me happy. I'm striving for excellence. I'm shooting for perfection, but I'm not going to kill myself if I'm not perfect. And I wasn't perfect. I I need to find what really works for me. And I need to level out that balance of pushing yourself past your boundaries, but also being not just realistic, but being productive in your recovery. Because, people are like, oh, realistic expectations is for chumps. It's, like, you should be able to push past anything. Yes, and you will be able to. There will be a day when I will be able to have full endurance tests, but especially when you're in the beginning, pushing yourself past your boundaries is great, and you need to. You absolutely need to. Honest to God. But don't kill yourself. Don't hurt yourself. When I'm exercising and I'm down on the floor and I need to take an extra minute or two to recuperate before I go on to the next set, sometimes I do. Sometimes I'm laying there in a puddle of my own sweat going, what the hell was I thinking? And then I'm just like, well, you know what, David? You got this. You're working hard. You're making progress. You can't stop now. You just can't stop. But sometimes you have to understand recovery is not stopping. It's pushing yourself forward. I want to see what type of gains that I can have in the most healthiest of ways. And if this means that I need to take a day, one extra day a week to recuperate, I will. You're damn straight I will. So, guys, I'm going to end on that note. Remember, be informed. Stay motivated. Live big. Hurrah.